Welcome to Relax Your Socks Gaming and this playthrough of Star Wars The Old Republic with a new Sith Warrior character named Athatok, who just now arrived on Korriban.
At last you've arrived. Good, good. There is much to do and every moment is critical. I'm Overseer Tremel. For decades, I've administered the trials that prove who is and is not worthy to join the Sith Order. The trials are a chance to weed out the weak. Those who face them either survive and become Sith, or die.
I won't disappoint you.
Good. I risked a lot to make this happen. Yes, you are here and ahead of schedule because of me. I expect you to obey. You face your trials, you serve me, and I will make you the most powerful acolyte here.
Sounds like a plan.
The trials themselves are difficult enough, but they are hardly the greatest threat you face. There's an acolyte here named Vemrin. He's your enemy, and he will try to kill you. We must prepare you.
Let him try. I'll destroy him.
With my guidance, someday you'll destroy all your enemies. That practice sword you've arrived with is insufficient. The blade of lesser acolytes. You need a dominating weapon. In the tomb of Ajunta Paul, there's an old armory. A strong Sith warblade awaits you there. The tomb is thick with claw slugs. Deadly savage creatures. Be speedy but careful. They've been the end of many an acolyte.
Then I'll have something in common with the beasts.
Once you acquire the warblade, I suggest you spend some time in the tomb bloodying it. Then come to me in my chambers in the Academy.
Okay, let's met our Overseer Tremel, and he's sending us to the tomb of Ajunta Paul to pick up a blade. It's our first task as we try to get Athatok fully ingrained into the Sith Academy here on Korriban. Now, for the most of this playthrough, I'm just going to concentrate on the story missions. There will be some side missions I do from time to time, but the main part, we will stick to these story-based missions to progress Athatok's journey through the game as a Sith Warrior. But, that being said, he is a Sith pureblood species, so there's a question here that he's going to grab. This one right here. That is an Imperial Edict, because there's some mercenaries who are in these tombs that are taking advantage of the Chlorslug infestation to steal valuable artifacts and items from here. And, you know, as a Sith pureblood species, these are basically the artifacts of Athatok's ancestors. So he's not going to be too happy with a bunch of people stealing them, because it's the history of his ancestors, of his people. So he's just going to take them out and recover some artifacts to kind of help maintain that strong Sith history that he is present here on Korriban. This must be where the blade that he's been sent to get resides. Inside the tomb of Ajunta Paul, one of the many ancient Sith Lords who has tombs here on Korriban. Just like that, we've got ourselves the blade. So we can go back to Overseer Tremble now. It seems we've angered these Guardian droids by taking that blade from this moment, so we'll have to deal with them. Okay, took care of those guys. Do my self-heal here in between battles. I do find it kind of amusing that the self-heal for Sith Warrior is called Seethe, and it's essentially Darth Maul's pacing from the Phantom Menace as he was in the middle of the fight with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, when he was pacing back and forth to wait for Obi-Wan to kind of jump out of that tube at the end. I just find it funny that they put that into the game as a thing, that an animation that characters do. Grab these artifacts. There. Now we have helped preserve the history of Athatok's ancestors. By preventing these guys from stealing it. So now we can go back to see Overseer Tremble. Let him know that we found the blade. Lots of people just hanging around in these tombs for some reason. I guess they're looking for things to steal. Let's see what this was over here. Oh, it's a lore object. Nice. Lore objects are just little items that give you some codex entry, some experience. Just fun little things to find throughout the galaxy as you go through it. And now we're into the Sith Academy. Nice. Before we jump in there, let's go talk to this man over here who was wondering about those artifacts.
I have taken care of your problem with the looters in the tomb.
Ah, then I'll assume my men are dead. Even so, you have done us a great service. Their loss is your gain, I suppose.
I am most thankful.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll go see Overseer Tremmel. And for the first time, Athatok will step foot inside the Sith Academy. Certainly will not be the last time. It's always fun to step in here for the first time. Really like how they made this place with the whatever steam or mist rising off of that, whatever that is in the middle. Let's go see what the Overseer wants to do now that I found the blade.
Hey there, Acolyte. Hold on a moment. Let me get a look at you. So you're Overseer Tremmel's secret weapon. Impressive, to be sure. Afraid the old man waited too long to make his move, though. I'm Vemrin, and unlike you, I've fought and bled for everything I have. I demand respect.
Are you saying I haven't earned my way?
Please, everyone knows what Tremmel is doing. If Overseer Tremmel had made his move a year ago when I first arrived, he might have had a chance. But now, too little, too late.
This is ridiculous, Vemrin. Let's just kill him and hide the body.
We're not on Balmorra anymore, Tulgus. There are rules, traditions. We'll leave the shortcuts to Overseer Tremmel and his last pathetic hope here.
My honor is not to be questioned.
We'll see about that. Coming, Dolgus?
Be right there, Vemrin. Listen to me, you useless priss. Acolytes aren't allowed to murder each other. But accidents happen. It isn't murder without witnesses. No more warnings. Vemrin's the alpha monster here. You go after Vemrin, you die.
Alright, Dolgus making threats behind for Vemrin as Vemrin hides. Real classy.
Good. You've returned. You seem to be in one piece. Tell me, how do you like your new blade?
I hope it's thirsty. I plan on drowning it.
What are you doing, Father? I only just got my warblade and I've been here 6 months.
I have my reasons, Escala. And you will not breathe a word of this to anyone. Do you hear?
Yes. Yes, Father.
Acolyte, this is Escala, my daughter. She's one of the advanced students here. On her way to becoming Sith. If she minds herself.
I'll keep quiet about your new charge, Father. But I won't be there if whatever you're planning blows up in your face.
Don't mind her, she's just sore that I'm keeping secrets. She growls, but she's loyal. Now, I thought I heard Vemrin's voice in the adjacent chamber before you arrived. Did he make his move so soon?
He just introduced himself to me.
If he didn't attack, he must not fully comprehend the threat you represent. Good, good. Still, I'd hoped we'd have more time. Vemrin's not the type to sniff around for too long before trying to take a bite. In a drive for sheer numbers, the criteria for Academy admittance has been relaxed. Now anyone with Force sensitivity is allowed entrance. Vemrin is mixed blood, the invisible rot eating at the foundation of the Empire. He must not be allowed to advance.
So please, just let me stop him.
Unfortunately, Vemrin's caught the eye of Darth Barris, one of the most influential Sith Lords. He's being groomed to be Barris's new apprentice. As Darth Barris's apprentice, the power at Vemrin's fingertips will be considerable. He could change the Sith for the worse. You must proceed to your next trial immediately. I want you to interrogate 3 prisoners in the Academy jails and decide their fates. Consider each criminal's story carefully. The decisions you make will be scrutinized, so let your passions guide your judgments.
I will handle it.
Go to the Academy prison, speak to head jailer Nash, and return to me after you've passed judgment on the prisoners.
It's interesting that Tremel brought in prisoners for me to interrogate, when the normal process is, I guess, for that to happen off-world. He's making a play of some sort to try to get, I don't know, maybe more advanced in the Sith ranks or challenge Darth Barris. I don't know, but he's doing something, and he's using me as sort of the mechanism to do that. Not sure how I feel about all that, but as far as Athatok's concerned, he's just doing things to make him progress through the Sith Academy.
One more chirp from you, little bird, and you'll regret it.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Ow, jerk! If you don't like that, just say so. I can do other animals too. Dire cat, frog dog, quaking monkey lizard, you name it.
I'm Jailer
Monkey
Nash.
lizard.
I run these cells and slave pits. You're the acolyte Tremel sent for the test, right? He thinks highly of you.
Then I will repay his faith by sticking to my mission.
You should know this situation is highly unusual. Normally an acolyte goes off-world for the interrogation. Overseer Tremel had these 3 shipped in for you. He thinks you're the next coming of Exar Kun, but you ought to know, Tremel ain't the only one paying attention to you. Now, these 3 prisoners have been transferred here for your inspection. You gotta interrogate them as needed, and then decide their fate. The convicted are usually executed or given a trial by combat to see if they're worthy. Whatever you decide, you will be the one to carry out the sentence.
As it should be.
Fine. Let's get started. This one on the left.
You freaks aren't getting anything new out of me. Just do whatever you're gonna do.
So you're hoping for blind mercy? Do you know where you are, lady?
You don't have to tell me. There's no such thing as mercy here. I know how this story ends.
Impudent to the last. As I was saying, she was sent to kill an Imperial spy in the Yavin system. Throughout her torture, she maintained that she was hired anonymously.
Get it through your damn head! I had no idea he was Imperial, and I don't know who hired me.
So you're telling me you're not a Republic assassin?
I'm not political. I work for whoever pays.
The point is, she doesn't deny the charge. So now you must decide. Execution or trial by combat.
It's interesting. She
Which do you
doesn't
choose?
play politics. She's just doing it for whoever pays the most money. Which means the Sith could use her too. The Empire could use her too. So, yeah, I'm gonna give her to the Empire and Imperial Intelligence. I'm sure they can use another person in there.
Neither, actually. She could prove useful. Send her to Imperial Intelligence.
I won't work for free.
You spared her. Interesting.
Please, I am a fellow Sith. Judge me with an open mind and grant me trial by combat, I beg you.
Your name, now.
This pile of waste is Dabotech, once a valued Sith champion, until he botched an important mission and caused 1,000 Imperial
Yikes.
deaths. Now look at him.
Caused
I
1,000
served
Imperial
faithfully
deaths.
for 24 years. Then one mistake, and they threw me away. Now I have been left here to rot. Please, let me feel the weight of a weapon once more.
So he basically got his entire, I don't know, platoon, army wiped out. And I'm not going to fight him, so the Sith will deal harshly with people that have that big of a failure.
I don't do charity work. Feel the weight of a weapon in your throat.
I die a disgrace.
Good. I won't have to look at his sad, weathered face anymore. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Well, this last prisoner's a bit of a puzzle. He's called Breg, and he's a jittery little wretch, suspected of supplying forged documents to Republic agents. Strangely enough, he maintains his innocence, despite being severely tortured.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
Come on, who would go to all the trouble of setting you up?
Nibikat nakamak, nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
He's never wavered from that line, and the evidence is circumstantial. I suppose it's actually possible he didn't do it. So,
this
what do
guy
you decide?
is a victim of circumstance. So we're going to let him go.
I think in this case we should release him. Let him go.
Mamni lebek bak manuk, meraka najaki namabamyak.
Freedom, huh? That's a new one. Well, that's that. You're an interesting one, kid. I can see why people are keeping tabs on you. Head back to Overseer Tremel. See what he thinks of your choices.
See, Athatok has some armor. He's not going to punish an innocent just to punish an innocent. And at the same time, if we were to keep that prisoner in that cell, that last prisoner in that cell, it would have been a drain on Imperial resources. So, just let him go. And go about your day in that case. But we'll go see what Tremel thinks of all this.
Is this everything?
Everything Lord Renning was able to obtain, yes.
Then run back to your master in the beast pens before I cut you in half. Sorry to make you wait, Acolyte. These interruptions are incredibly annoying. On to the business at hand, your test in the jails. First, the assassin, Solentz. She attempted to kill an Imperial spy, but was unaware of her client's affiliation. You assigned her to Imperial intelligence. I commend you, that was excellent thinking. Never waste a potential resource.
Thank you, Overseer. I'm glad you approve.
What's more important is that Darth Barris would approve. Now, Devotek, the former warrior. He wanted combat, but you struck him down. Perfect. The man was utterly useless.
I do not ever choose to waste my time.
Once something is used up, it should be eradicated. Now, the last prisoner, the Forger. Letting him go was highly questionable. Explain yourself.
Keeping or killing him would be meaningless. Nothing would be gained by either.
Innocent or not, he leaves here with first-hand knowledge of our facilities and procedures. It's potentially compromising to have him floating about the galaxy. You must always be thinking and considering every angle. Aside from a strong and skilled sword arm, that will be what impresses Darth Barris the most. You're beginning to understand what it means to be Sith, but you're far from being able to impress Darth Barris.
I'll try harder, Overseer, I promise.
If you don't, you're doomed. Remember that. Because I forced you into the Academy ahead of schedule, Darth Barris will be predisposed to judging you severely. And by severely, I mean fatally. Now, we must hurry to your next trial. Every moment that passes, we risk discovery before we're ready. In the caverns of Marka Ragnos is the beast he left to guard his legacy. Go there, sit among the flames, and wait for the beast to come for you.
You think that's enough information? How about you tell me about this beast?
All you need to know is that it's ferocious and bloodthirsty, and in no way is it a trial for a normal acolyte. Return to the Valley of the Dark Lords and find the tomb of Marka Ragnos. I'll see you when the beast is slain. Good luck.
Okay, gonna go fight a beast in the tomb of Marka Ragnos. But I want to go back to that prisoner conversation for a moment. I disagree with Tremmel. I mean, yes, I did let the last one go, but there was no other solution that made sense. And Tremmel's point about how that prisoner has knowledge of the facility and procedures and all that go on here at Korriban. I mean, let's face it, if you have been a prisoner of the Sith Empire, and for some reason you're let go, are you really going to talk about that to people? Probably not. For fear of the Sith coming to find you. So, I stand by my decision, and I think Tremmel is wrong in that instance.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
Because Athatok isn't going to be evil for evil's sake, right? He's not some cartoonishly devious character. He's going to be guided by his principles and honor and knowledge of the situations at hand. And if that means he occasionally does things that his Sith superiors disagree with, so be it. He's a pragmatic Sith. I do love this shot looking down the valley here at the tomb of Marka Ragnos way in the background. Did a really good job with the environments this game. Among many other things. I did say I wasn't going to do many side quests, but there's one more I'm going to pick up here for reasons I will explain about in a second. We'll get through this.
A fresh young acolyte, come to view my experiments. Good. I trust the sight of a messy operating table doesn't disturb you?
I have no fear of dead things.
All fine and good, but lack of fear and genuine interest are not the same. This used to be a Toccata, the hound-like creatures infesting Korriban's tombs. On the surface, nothing special. But I alone can see this creature is an expression of pure dark side energy. Aggression made manifest.
Amazing. How did you learn that?
The Force told me so. It speaks to me. The Force is alive. It expresses its will in the physical world. This Toccata was one such form.
Are we another of these forms?
Sith are the highest manifestation of the Force's will. I've dissected hundreds of Toccata, forging a direct connection to the dark side. Each beast I examine advances me toward perfect unity. I now stand at a new frontier, but find myself thwarted. My most perfect specimen, a Toccata mutant, escaped to the tombs before I could analyze it.
Perhaps I could help recover your specimen.
Yes, I was hoping as much. My apprentice, Melora, saw which tomb the mutant beast fled into. Find out what she knows, assist me, and you will be rewarded.
I'll speak with Melora and do whatever is necessary, my lord.
You found a great calling in my service. I trust you appreciate that.
Okay, let's go talk to Melora over here.
Seeking Lord Renning's lost pet, are you? Don't waste your time. That fool's research is pointless.
Tell me how you know this.
My master is insane. Wasn't it obvious when you spoke to him? Renning deludes the Dark Council into believing he's advancing Sith knowledge. The truth is, he wastes the Empire's time and resources dissecting mindless animals. But if his experiments were discredited, he would be banished, and I would be rewarded.
What am I supposed to do about it?
Look, just a minor alteration to the mutant Tukata's brain would allow me to reveal my master as a fraud. Bring me the brain before delivering it to Lord Renning, and I'll make it worth your while.
I'll see if the mood strikes me.
You'll earn rewards from both the master and his apprentice. It's a better deal. The mutant Tukata escaped to the tomb of Mark of Ragnar's. It's much larger than the others, so it's easy to spot. Return to me with the brain before you see Lord Renning, and I'll take care of the rest.
Now, the reason I grabbed that side quest there, Apprentice Melora, who we just spoke with, ends up being a pretty considerable Darth much later in the timeline of this game. And so I kind of wanted to establish a quick conversation with her in a relationship, so that whenever we get to the point where we may run across her again in the future, there'll be a nice little tie back to that initial conversation that we had. Which I think is really cool that they did things like that. I mean, that's basically a kind of a throwaway NPC character at the start of a game, right? That some people may not even have talking to. And you know, as you progress the storyline, you end up running across her again. Which is pretty cool. With that, as you may have guessed, I have played this game for many years, going back to its launch time, essentially, on and off. But I've also done all of the story missions before, so while the Sith Warrior isn't new to me, I haven't played the Sith Warrior in a really long time, and with one of the most recent updates, they made it so you could combine a different fighting style with the storyline. So while I am playing the Sith Warrior character here, the Sith Warrior story, I've chosen the Sith Assassin as his combat style, which is something you couldn't do before. And it really makes it interesting that you're able to kind of mix it up like that and really experiment with different ways to play the characters that you create. Now we'll go draw out this creature, so then we can go back and talk with Melora and Renning again, once we're wrapped up in this area of the world. There we go. Those of you that are fans of the Mandalorian show, weapon that Athatok's using here is a Beskar spear, which is pretty cool, and it kind of has a nice effect on it with the lightning based on the fact that he is a Sith assassin. And, you know, while he doesn't quite have his lightsaber yet, this is a good weapon to utilize in its stead. to really interact with it and get up in the melee range of all the characters that he's gonna have to deal with. Like all these NPC characters in here are like failed acolytes and deserters. Basically couldn't pass the Academy trials, I guess. And so they're stuck in here now. Which can't be a very pleasant way to live, honestly. So the reason I chose the Sith Assassin as the combat style is I really love the combination of melee, but then also having the Force lightning abilities, and just makes for a really cool dynamic. And later on, I will get some stealth abilities, which will be pretty key at times as well. Alright, there's the beast. And the beast is slain. Two of our trials have been passed, or actually 2 or 3. A number of them have been passed, and we're well on our way to graduating from the Sith Academy. But before we go back to Tremel, I'm gonna stop by Lord Renning and Apprentice Melora again. Let them know we've succeeded in what they wanted us to do. And I think I'm gonna side with Melora. I think I'm gonna go to her first. Mainly because, as I mentioned, we will run into her again. way down the line. but it'll be kind of cool when that happens.
Have you recovered the mutant Takata brain yet? I'm eager to conclude the business we discussed.
It's all yours. Enjoy.
Excellent. This chemical will make it appear as though Renning is falsifying his research. There. All that remains is for me to whisper the right words in the wrong ears. I'm transferring credits to your account now. Give Renning the brain and collect his reward too. You've made out quite well.
I did this for the greater good of the Empire.
But you'll take my credits, won't you? Planning to donate them to the Imperial Orphanage, We shouldn't be seen speaking again. Lord Renning might suspect us.
Wow, she called me out on that one. That was great.
You have the brain at last. Excellent work. I trust it wasn't too much trouble.
I punished the foul creature for the trouble it caused you.
My apprentice, Melora, could learn from your example. She's much too soft-hearted. I must continue my research at once. Great discoveries await. Take a reward and go.
Don't forget who helped you to achieve this victory.
Yes, you may stop talking now. Goodbye.
Alright, now we go back to Overseer Tremmel. Let him know that the beast of Marco Ragnos has been slain.
Travel route is confirmed.
I like how they made Korriban with all these giant tombs and structures and just ancient Sith Lord statues. And look at that academy. It's just very foreboding and imposing on any visitor who dares walk its halls. Okay, Tremmel, let's see what you have to say now.
Well, look who's
Or
here.
not.
Remember me?
I never forget a face. Your name is Dolgus, right? Vemrin's boy.
Very good. It's good to know the name of your killer. Notice anything interesting? No witnesses. No witnesses means no rules. No more shortcuts, no more special treatment. You're just gonna be another dead failure on Korriban.
Don't do it, Dolgus. Told you not to do it.
No! Hold up! Look, I was wrong. What they're saying about you, totally true. So, strong. I don't want to die.
So, you can't attack Athatok and then expect to just walk away. He is Sith, after all.
Ask for no mercy and expect none. Die like a Sith.
I failed you, Vemrin.
Dolgus.
We must speak quickly, Acolyte. There isn't much time. I may have made a slight miscalculation. The beast of Markaragnos was a great source of dark energy here on Korriban. When it was slain,
How would he
there
not
was a
know
tremor
that?
in the Force. Darth Barris felt that tremor and has become aware of you. He demands an audience.
Good. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
After meeting him, you may find yourself wishing you had more time to prepare. Barris is a serious man, but a master of deception. Everything he does and says is calculated. He will attempt to trip you up, test your nature, get to the heart of who you are. Always take him seriously. And I mean always.
Consider me warned.
We might not speak again, Acolyte. You're the best chance of stopping Vemrin. If you fail, I doubt there will be another strong enough. Good luck. Meet Darth Barris in his chambers, and hurry. He won't take kindly to waiting.
But Tremel really doesn't like Vemrin. I guess that's why he's using me to try to disrupt that whole thing of Vemrin becoming Barris's apprentice and expediting me through the academy here as quickly as possible. So I think I am going to leave it there for now. If you have enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like, or feel free to subscribe to the channel. And we will come back and pick up Athatok's story again as he goes to meet Darth Barris for the first time. So until next time, stay relaxed.